Hello, in this lecture we'll talk about the story and the title of the great poem, The Night in the Panther's Skin. So we start with the story. The story of the great poem, The Night in the Panther's Skin. In a nutshell, it is about the adventures of two knights, Tariel and Artandil. Tariel is the protagonist of the poem. He is the man that wears the panther skin. And Panther'S is the chief of staff for the Arab armies, and the story in detail is as follows. Actually, the story of the great poem The Night in the Panther's Skin can be divided into two parts. The first part is the search for Tariel, the protagonist of the poem, and the second part is the search for Tariel's beloved, the Panther'S. So we start with the first part, the search for Tariel. One day, Panther'S, the chief of staff of the Arab armies, go to a hunting competition with King Ostevan, who is the king of Arabia. During the competition, they take a break and they rest under a tree. And all of a sudden, they saw a mysterious knight lying by a river. So King Ostevan, who is the king of Arabia, wanted very much to know who is that mysterious knight. Therefore, he sent slaves in order to contact him, but the mysterious knight reacts violently and kills all the slaves that were sent by King Ostevan, and then disappears. Tinatin, who is the only daughter of King Ostevan, loves Panther'S. So Tinatin promises Panther'S to marry him if he finds the mysterious knight in 3 years. So Panther'S searches the mysterious knight all over the world, and after 2 years and 9 months, he finds the mysterious knight. The mysterious knight tells Panther'S that his name is Tariel, and he was the commander of the Indian fleet, and he loves the Panther'S, who is the daughter of King Poseidon, who is the king of India. But she was abducted, and from that point he sank into deep depression, and he went to the wilderness with no contact with any human being, and the only contact that he has is only with the animals, so he totally became insane because of the abduction of his beloved, the Panther'S. So Tariel was very moved by the story of the mysterious knight. Panther'S was very moved by the story of the mysterious knight Tariel, and therefore become a friend of Tariel, and he promises Tariel that to help him to find his beloved, the Panther'S. That is the first part of the story, that is the search for Tariel. The second part is the search for Tariel beloves, the Panther'S. In the second part, Panther'S searches for the Panther'S a lot of time, and after a lot of searching and investigations, he finds out that the Panther'S was abducted by the Kajis, the demons that are the Kajis. And therefore, Panther'S, together with Tariel and Pridon, who is the ruler of the city Mulgazanzar, with 300 soldiers, they all go to the country of the Kajis in order to rescue the Panther'S from a captivity. But the problem is that the country of the Kajis is a fortress, and it is actually impossible to infiltrate to that fortress. In addition, the Kandis are very strong warriors, therefore it is impossible actually to rescue the Standard from captivity by the Kandis. But against all the odds, the 300 soldiers with Tariel of Danil and Pendon did the unthinkable and succeeded to rescue the Standard from captivity by the Kandis. And the story has an happy ending in the sense that Tariel of Tandil marries Tinatin, and Tariel, the protagonist of the poem, marries his beloved, the Standard John. So we finish with the story of the poem. In the next step I talk about the title of the poem. The title of the poem is The Knight in the Panther's Skin. That is to say, the knight is Tariel, who is the protagonist of the poem, the knight that wears the panther's skin. Actually, there is a particular chapter in the poem that talks about the incident that Tariel kills a lion and a panther. It is a lion or a panther. There is not. It is not certain whether it is a lion or a tiger. And the story of that particular chapter is as follows. One day, Tariel sees a lion that was pursuing a tiger, and Tariel thought that the lion was going to kill the tiger, and for that reason, in order to protect the tiger, Tariel kills the lion and then goes to the tiger in order to argue, but the tiger is very angry on Tariel because actually they were not fighting but just playing. And for that reason the tiger starts to eat, and Tariel with his paws, very strong blows, and so Tariel could bear no more the blows of the tiger, and therefore he eats the tiger, and with one blow the tiger was killed. So actually it is a very tragic story because of the fact that Tariel wanted to rescue the tiger from the lion, but at the end of the story he was the one that killed the tiger. So Tariel was very angry with himself, and for that reason he wears the tiger skin. The tiger skin is used by Tariel as a code, in order to remind him that he killed the tiger that he loved so much. That is the first reason. And the second reason that Tariel wears the tiger skin is because of the fact that the tiger's face was very similar to his beloved face, the Standard John. And the Standard John himself was abducted twice. The first abduction was done by the Indians, and the second abduction was done by the Kurds. So there are two reasons that Tariel used the tiger skin. The first reason is to remind him that he killed the tiger that he loved so much, and the second reason, it reminds him the abduction of his beloved, the Standard John. And the reason that the tiger is a very important figure, and the title of the poem is about the knight Tariel that wears the tiger skin. And the reason the tiger is very important figure in the poem is because of the fact that the tiger's face was very similar to the Standard John's face, what Tariel's beloved. Okay, thank you very much.